Yo, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's begin today's live session. So before we begin, let me show what we have been doing. So the first thing first, we have been doing long positions on gold market, and we have been doing a really good entry on this one, and we'll be planning to keep on holding on it. So this trade, we are actually mentioned that it's keep on going higher, and right now we just put to the break-even point and just see how it happens later on. Okay, overall, my expectation is that the price will be going back towards on 84. So I do think that the price have some momentum to continue going higher and so on. Today we have been doing 3 trades, including on this one. So the first trade, think that the price okay, so let's explain what we have been doing. Today we have been doing short positions on this one. To be honest, I don't really recommend on doing this one, so I'm actually testing out something because overall my direction is price is going higher. So I was expecting to do long positions. So this trade is actually some kind of testing trade. So anyway, we do profit out. Not really recommend, but yeah, we do trade short positions. After that, this one, I do make some mistakes. This one, we just pan order on it. Pan on it and just put our stop loss to the bottom sides. I think on this level, and then once I come back, the price has been reaching through to the stop loss level. And this one we have been enter using book map, and it's a really good entry. So even though I'm thinking the price is going higher, to be honest, but I do think that the price might be going through a ranging level, and this is the middle part from the POC area. So I just plan to just take a small profit and see how it goes. And this is the third trade. The third trade is actually quite solid on this one. It's actually quite similar like yesterday. So yesterday we are doing shots long positions on this one. We have been stopping out on this trade. So you can see that this trade, because of the news, freaking news, affecting on this price actions, and afterwards the price has been continued going higher. I do expect that if the don't have the news impact, I think we are likely to go through our TP area. Our TP area is actually 44 to 45 area on this level. So this one is actually manipulated by the news, and this trade is also thinking that the price is actually wanted to go lower, and then also mix out this trade. So news trade affected on this whole scenario. But anyway, in the end, we do profit out on this trade because we do expect that the market will be forming a big ranging level because the price has been reaching through the major resistance area. So we have been doing 3 long positions. One have been putting our stop loss. I was expecting that the price might be continuous going higher from here out, but the third one we do stopping out. So we profit out 2 trades, but in the end we do profit. We do manage to profit out on this trade because our lot size is much more higher. So and we are much more focusing on risk reward ratio. So even though you can see that our risk reward ratio, we are getting 150 pips, and this one we are getting 120 pips as well. So our loss is about 15 to 40 pips around that area, and if we get it, we will be getting 150 to 120 pips. So risk reward ratio is much more important, but I do think that a lot of people has been saying that winning rate is much more important because winning rate is actually affecting on your psychology or so on. To be honest, there's no right or wrong answer. It's actually how do you manage and what is your EV expected value. So in the end, if your EV is higher than it's positive, then it's actually not a really big issue. Is it winning rate or risk reward ratio? If you do really know what I mean. Okay, so in the end, we do take long positions and attacking on the higher side. So let's say, okay, so let's talk about why I'm doing the long positions. So right now, I'll be introducing book map. So book map is our core item to analyze this whole scenario. Okay, so if we do not use book map, to be honest, we can't really know what is really going on, what is the market conditions, and what is the market scenario. Okay, because it's actually what we call candlestick is 2D. 2D means that it's actually nothing you can much see. It's actually a 2D candlestick, so you can't really know what is going on. So in bookmap is actually 3D. You can actually watch through a much more significant and much more detailed scenario. So let's go back to bookmap and see what is really going on. So going back and try to see on the bookmap. Today, I do make some mistakes as well, bookmap. Okay, previously, yesterday we have been using the DEC5, GZ DEC5. So you can see that it's actually really less. So because why GC Deck 5 is actually means that gold future December contract. So because it's actually near end of November 29, so therefore the contract sizing and the volatility is much more lesser and has been transferring back to GCG6. GCG6 is actually expiring in February, so therefore you can see that it's much more clear, the volatility is much more clear, and the whole structure is much more clear. So in GCZ5, you can see that right now is actually hard to see because it's low liquidations. So you can see that right now is even one contract sizing on the COB. It's actually one, and don't have much volume behind of it. So you can see it's nothing you can do much more about it. If you do make it lower, higher, it's actually the same thing. So nothing you can do much more about it. So the silver is also the same because this is the December one and it's almost expired. So if it's actually almost expired, then we'll be looking on another chart. So right now we are looking GCG6. So it's actually ending on expiring in 2026 February. Okay, so this one you can see is much more, I think it's much more nicer, but the bad thing is you need to deduct yourself lah, okay, because the pricing is actually quite different with the CFD. So right now it's 4205 and CFD is actually, I think is 4169. So I have been calculate it's actually $35 difference if I'm not mistaken. So let's see on the calculator. Right now is 4204 and minus current CFD price is actually 4169. So I think it's actually the $35 range. So the difference is actually the $35 range. So you just need to minus off lah. So it's actually quite accurate for the whole scenario. But the December futures pricing is actually quite similar. A difference by sometimes 1, 2. The most I think is actually 3 to 4. But this one is actually a bit different. So it's about the $35 range lah. Okay. So let me explain why we have been doing long positions. Okay. So using bookmap, you can actually see much more details about what is going on and what is the market sentiment about it. Okay. So using bookmap, you can see that where we've been doing long positions is actually here. Okay, so you can see a lot of reds and purple color. Those one is absorptions and exhaustions. Okay, it's actually showing us much more details about where is iceberg orders and where is the weakness area. Okay. So from here, you can see that the market conditions is actually pushing higher. And once the price has been pushing this higher sides, we can see that this is what we call the high volume area. Usually this area is what we call attractions, liquidations. The market will be liquidation and will be absorbing this liquidity. So you can see that this, once the price has been liquidated out, and you can see from the indicator we have been putting out, this is what we call the iceberg orders, red, red, red. So usually these kind of situations happen. You can see that the market condition is not that strong. It's much more showing signs that the market is likely to fall. The upwards momentum, it's not quite strong. Okay. So after that, we can see that the market has been going lower sides. That's why we have been doing short positions on this level. Okay. We are using this and we are doing shorts based on this level. Okay, so because we do see that the market conditions is actually weakening now, and we also see that the market has been absorptions on this level, and whole overall directions is actually forming a slowing down phase. So we can see that the market has been going back towards on the lower sides, and then we will be waiting for the price to to tackle this one. So we can see that this one and then this area. So once the price has been tackled this one, then we have been doing short positions on this level and expectations that the price will be likely to continue going back towards on the lower sides. So the price will be going back to the lower side. To be honest, I didn't expect the price to go much more lower much more lower. Oh, sorry, I think we have been doing here. Okay, so we didn't really expect the price to go much more lower, should be around this level. So in the end, we just take that to the POC area, so this range, and then after that the price has been forming a ranging level. Okay, so why we have been doing long positions? Whoa, do they have news? Let's see. Okay, this one is actually quite interesting. We can right now see that is what we call the ice sweeping. So usually sweeping happens means that the market is actually pushing back to the lower sides, this sweeping level. If the price do really go back to the top sides, then oh shit, I think we have been hitting our break-even point in this one. Too bad, eh? Let's see. I do think the price might be spiking back towards on the top sides. I think the bad part of it might be, yeah, even though our entry is quite on point, but I think we might be hitting our break-even point. So you can see that right now, I think almost hit our break-even point. Our break-even point is actually here and about this level. The price has been showing us a really strong decline. But anyway, overall, we do expect that the price is going higher. I was thinking the price might be tackled back towards on being 4184 around that area. But in the end, let's see how it turns out. Okay, so let me explain again. So because we do see that the market conditions is actually forming here, and we do see that the CVD, the buying accumulations is much more stronger. So we can see that the buying accumulations is much more stronger. How do we watch it? You can actually just look at the right hand side. Okay, look at the right hand side and you can see that this CVP is charted volume profile. It's actually this range, this range that we can see overall what is contributions to aggressions. Is it the bullish or is it the bearish? So you don't need to understand what is really happening, to be honest. If you don't really know how to use it, you can actually just see on this green. Is it green color green color is much more larger than the red color? It's that simple. Okay, so you can see that the number is actually much more significant on the green color. So therefore we do expect that the market is actually accumulating it from the buying momentum to go back to the higher sides. So why we have been doing long positions, because we do expect that the I think this one is actually a lot. So I think we need to adjust the flow a bit annoying on this one. I think we might be adding it because iceberg order, this one is actually there's automations and handmade setting, but in a way I do thought that automation is better Okay, so let's see, the price is actually swiping off. I think it's actually quite okay. Do we swipe us off? Oh, luckily didn't swipe us off on this one. Let's see from the 4-hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. Let's see. Whoa. I think the price might be going low, slowing down. But anyway, I do think that this one is actually risk-free there, so that we just keep on holding and see how it happens. In the end, we do profit out 600, 6 to 700, but I do expect that the market is going back towards on the higher side. So yeah, anyway, so right now, what we have been saying. Okay, so why we have been doing long positions, as we already mentioned, the price is actually maintaining on the VWAP on the higher sides, and we do see that the market volume is actually decreasing on this level. And the price is really forming this strong balance area. So therefore, in the end, we do long positions in this level. I think we have been doing long positions on 92. Is a really solid entry level on this one. Even though right now we might be hitting our break-even point, it's okay because we are trend trader. So we do expect that the market might be continue going higher. So if the price do really hit our break-even point, is actually fine with it. And we'll be continue to see whether or not can we try to entering another one. Okay, this is the the worst part of it if you're planning to do trend trading. But right now seems like the market conditions it's slowing down. So why I'm saying that is because silver is actually showing us some slowing down phase. So I think that the silver market is actually going back towards on the lower sides as well. So I think we might be hitting our break-even point, much more likely to hit our break-even point. So let's see. Okay. So in the end, we just do long positions and the price has been continuously going higher sides. And we do expectations that the price will be continue going higher from here. But we do see that the market conditions right now is actually forming a big ranging level. I was planning to add a positions, to be honest. Because from here we do see that the buying conditions is much more stronger from here as well. So you can see that the charted volume, okay, charted volume. If you don't really know how to use it, just look at the right hand side, okay, just see which number is much more significant. Is it the green color or is it the red color? Okay, so from here we can see that the green color is much more significant rather than the green color. Okay, but if you want much more details about it, you can actually just zoom out and you can see the whole story and plus on this one. So you can see that in the beginning, the price is actually showing some aggression on this level, buying aggressions from this level. So you can see that this is aggressions buying. But after that, the price from here, you can see that its buying aggressions is actually slowing down. Price go through back to the lower sides, and you can see that this one is actually accumulating it. So you can see the numbers is actually increasing on this level. After that, the price has been showing us a really big bearish downside. Okay. If you want to be details about it, but anyway, usually I will be this kind of using it. I will be putting out this one and just look at the right hand side, which number is rather to be highest. So we can see 162, 68. So we can see this is 94. It's actually much more larger, 59, 64, 32. So from here onwards, we can see that 128. So usually this would be a really strong resistance area from my sides, 128. So you can see that the price is actually showing a really strong rejections on this level, okay? And the buying power is actually on the higher sides. So if the buying power didn't really above acceptance on the higher sides, then it's much more likely that the price is going back to the lower sides, and then it's actually sweeping down, okay? So right now, let's talk about what can we expect, okay? Right now, we can see that the market conditions is actually reaching through this major supporting level. So let's see from the volume footprint. The volume footprint is actually showing us that this is what we call the most volume area. But damn, the indicator, it's actually showing us a really, not a really good indication. So we'll be looking at it. Actually showing us. Okay, so right now we can see that the market conditions is actually okay. So okay, the market conditions is actually showing us that the price is reaching through towards on the lower sides. So the price is actually reaching through this level. Okay. So going back, we can see that the price is actually acceptance on this level, and we can see whether or not is the buying is holding on or the buying is holding on or the what we call for or the selling is holding on it. So looking by the numbers, we can see this one is actually a really strong range. 69, 100. 60, 122, 5, 1. This area is actually a really strong supporting level, I guess, because there's a lot of buying and selling at this line, I guess. So this is the whole range, the stronger range, I can say, the stronger range. So if the price really break through this level, then sayonara, I can say. So this range is actually a really strong level, but let's see if is it the buying power is holding on it or the wiggling buying power. But seeing on the bubbles, we can see that the buying power is actually on holding on it. Price wanted to push lower, but the volume indications is actually showing us some support out on this one. So this one is actually the major supporting line, 4196. So if we do calculate 4196 minus 35, then it's actually 4161 is the major supporting level that we are likely to see the price might be forming some kind of support. So 4161. So let's see from the 4161 area and see how the price do really react from it. 4161. Okay, so should be around this level. It's showing this major supporting level. So 4161 is definitely a strong support that everyone need to be aware of it. Okay, so should be around this level. It's showing this major. So remember, if you do really like our content, please give us a like, subscribe, follow us. Do remember that we'll be keep on doing live streaming sessions every single day from Monday to Friday from 8 to 9 p.m. Okay, so from 8 to 9 p.m. we'll be keep on doing live sessions and telling you guys about how do we trade and what do we expectations and so on. Okay, so let's see from the volume. Okay, seems right now is actually showing this major supporting level. Okay, quite interesting on this one because the price has been reaching through this major supporting level. Okay, dollar index is it going higher? Okay. To be honest, I was thinking that today my expectations of the day is that the dollar index is going back towards the lower sides. Okay. To be honest, I was thinking that today the dollar index is going back to the lower sides, but right now the price is actually forming a ranging level. Not so sure is it holding on it, but the buying power is do really show significantly lower. But I do expect the price might be, let's see, from the 4-hour time frame. Right now is the yeah. There's no right or wrong answer to be honest, but we can see that there's a major supporting level 94 as we mentioned before. 94 area is actually the major supporting range that everyone need to be aware of it. So you can see 94. Oh, okay, price really reach through 90. Where is it? Here area pushing lower. I think we might be hitting our break-even point on this one, but we'll be keep on holding on it. Too bad because we just hit our, yeah, I think we have been break-even on this one. So a bit too bad because we in the beginning we do profit out 6 to 700 USD. I was thinking the price might be continue going higher on this one, so too bad. Okay, so let's talk about right now what can we do. The market condition is actually showing us a much more bullish momentum right now, holding on it, and the price imbalance is actually increasing, causing the price to go lower. So you can see the price is actually going lower. So right now, if we wanted to do long positions, definitely we need to wait for the price to rejections back and acceptance on higher sides. Only that we can try to do long positions afterwards. So right now, if we wanted to do long positions, definitely we need to wait for the price to reject. But selling momentum is strong this one. Didn't expect it this strong. To be honest, I was thinking that the silver market is actually reaching through the weekly high lah, so there's a chances that the market is going lower, but didn't expect it that fast. The price showing us a really fast downside movement, but damn, let's see. Putting down. Price, let's see. Is it possible that this is the weekly high and then price is going lower? There's also quite a possibility that the price this might be the highest and then price going lower. I think we might need to look through and see how it happens. Okay, let's see from the bigger time frame. Whoa, that's a lot of data. Nothing much we can see about it. Yeah, to be honest, nothing much we can see about it. I think the major supporting level is 87 to 88, 4188 to 4187. If we do 4187 minus 35, so it's about 4152. I think 4152 is actually the major supporting level. If you want me to guess about it, yeah, 4152 should be a major supporting level, and see how the price react. I do think I will be doing long positions again. So I will be trying to do a long positions and see whether or not can we try to make it to the top side. So the price is actually forming some kind. So if we do see the price to go back 52, I think I might be doing long positions on 52 and try to see whether or not can we get it. I think the price should be forming a ranging level. So 52 is actually considerable a really okay pricing range. So let's see. 52. Oh, didn't expect the price spikes below and then continue going range. The momentum, the volatility perspective might be going lower lah. Therefore, the price is actually going highs and low at the short period of time. The momentum, the volatility perspective might be. So let's see from the market conditions and see how it turns out. Okay, I think the market conditions from here is actually showing us that oh, from here is actually showing us that the market is reaching back towards on the lower sides, going back to the top. This one is actually quite interesting. Usually this one appears is actually showing us that the market is wanted to go higher. So this one is actually quite interesting on this one. So we can see the market momentum selling is actually holding on it. Price is actually exhaustions. So I think the price should be forming a ranging level between this range, but can we do long positions? It's a good question. Yeah, I think we can actually try to do. Hard to say. We wait for the market momentum's weakening down, then we try to do long positions. Because right now, it seems that the market is actually showing us bullish momentum. I mean, bearish momentum is much more stronger, and you can see that the market conditions is showing us a really good strength on pushing lower. So yeah, you can see the price keep on accumulating it and pushing price lower. Damn. Okay, so I have been reaching through 52. 52 is our major supporting line. So we just watch it and see how the price react on 42. I mean 52. If the price really rejections back, I think we can actually do long positions. But let's see. I was thinking the price might be continue going higher, but 52 area. Okay, so we'll be expecting that the price should be facing some kind of resistance around this level. There's a major supporting level. This is the highest liquidation starting from here. So 4180. So 4180 is 4180 minus 35. So it's actually 4145. 4145. Here. Let's see from the volume profile. Let's see from the volume profile perspective. 4145 is actually the major supporting level, but I will be doing long positions. So I will be teaching you guys about how we do long positions using Bookmap. So buckle yourself and let's see how can we do about it. Okay, so right now we can see that the market has been reaching through our major supporting level 52. 52 to 50 lah. So let's make it 50. So yeah, let's make it 50. So 50 is the major supporting line. And this is what our POC or POI, point of interest. This range is actually the most important factor. So if we do see that the market conditions is showing us some kind of swiping out from the top sides, or the liquidations is pulling out, I think we can actually do long positions on this one. So you need to, the first thing first, if you wanted to do a long positions, definitely the first thing you need to know is that the liquidations from the COB need to pull out. So this liquidations need to pull out. So we can see that the price is showing us some pullbacks. Okay, so right now I think the volume is actually still quite hold on it. But I think we can actually do long because this volume is actually holding on it. So let's try to do a long positions, everyone, okay? Because the volume size is actually decreasing it. Yeah, I think we can actually see the volume is actually decreasing it. I think we can actually do long positions. So let's find out where can we do long. I think we can actually do long from this level, 85, this 85 to 86. So let's try to do long positions, everyone. Okay. So remember, if you do really like our content, please give us a like, subscribe, and follow us. 86, so it's actually $4 difference. So if price is actually dropping on $4 range from here, things is actually quite low 90. Okay, let's calculate together. 4189 minus 4154. I think it's actually 35 range, but the price to really go back 4186. 4186 minus 35, I think it's 4151. I think we can actually try to do long positions if price really go back to 4151. So let's see, can we get it for 51 area? I think we can actually do long. And oh, the selling pressure is keep on holding on it. Yeah, selling pressure is actually keep on holding on, but I'm doing long positions because we do see that it's actually a major supporting level from here. So we just try to do long positions on this level, see whether or not the price going back towards on 93. So 4193, let's calculate 4193 minus 35. So it's actually 4158. Not a really big move, but I do think the price should be going back towards on this level, 4193 to 4193 minus 35. So it's like, sorry, 994 4193. So 4193 minus 35, 4158. So expecting that the price might be going back to 4158. If we do get lucky, I think we can actually get back to 4158 range. And if we do not get lucky, then the price is going lower. I might be putting my stop loss just below this level range. So meaning by that, we just put our stop loss just below this level. 4183, 4183 minus 35, so it's actually 4148. So 4148. Oh damn, it's actually quite far away. I think we can just make it from here because it's actually 4184. That's 4184 minus 35. 4184 minus 35. Yeah, 4149. So yeah, I think 4149 is actually quite okay. So let's see if we do make it in this loss. I think it should be not really big problem. Let's see if price really go back towards on the top sides. I do expect the price to attack 96, 4196. So 4196 minus 35, I think is 4161. I think there's a possibility that the price go back to 4161. But in everyone cases, we just put to risk reward ratio to 2 to 1 should be fine. If we are getting, if we are risking 3, then we are getting 6, I think should be fine with it. Okay, so risking 30 pips and we are getting 60. So let's see, can we get this one? Okay, so we have been doing long positions according by book map, because we do see that the market has been showing some signs of weakness, and we do see that the accumulations of this one is actually quite strong. So expect the price might be continuously to push higher right now, okay, and exhaustion is actually happening. So let's see, can we get back our entry is actually quite on point. So remember, if you wanted to get bookmap for free and wanted to have access of this kind of information for free, you just need to join our Discord group on the link below. Just join it and you can actually get it access every single day, and you can see whether can we get back our entry is actually quite on point. So remember, if you wanted to get bookmap for free and wanted to not so sure, but the volume is actually quite strong. This one didn't really show anything, but the selling pressure, buying out, selling, buying is actually getting down, forming a ranging level. Selling is pushing lower from here, wanted to, but exhaustion is happening. So can't say who's winning at this moment. But if we do looking through from the numbers perspective, it's actually showing us that the buying is much more stronger. So therefore, we do expect that the market should be going through back towards on 63, 65. But yeah, if you wanted to be steady, I guess 4193. So 4193, as we mentioned, minus 35. It's actually 4158. So you can actually get back to 4158 area. 58 area, yeah, it's actually quite near from our expectations. So 4158. Yeah, should be around here. Okay. So you can see that we have been entry really good, this one. Okay, so this one, this is our trades. So you can see that we have been entry this quite nice. So today we have been doing few trades. So the first one we have been TP, the second one we stop loss, the third one we TP, the third one we break even, and this one for the fourth one we'll be expecting that we can actually get it. If we do can get it, I think we can actually earn some of it. So 58, 57 area as we mentioned before. So remember, if you do really like our content, please give us a like, subscribe, follow us. Do remember that we'll be doing live streaming sessions every single day from Monday to Friday from 8 to 9. So I do really hope that everyone can give us a like and support our content. Okay, share up. Okay, so right now we have been aiming back towards on the top sides. Hopefully that the price is actually reaching back, but I do have some confidence that the price might be tackled back, so should be not a really big problem. I think right now we can actually put to, yeah, I think we can actually put to break even point. So if the price really reach to our break even point, then no choice. So I think we can actually just put to break-even point and see how does the market react on this one. So should be not really a problem. I think right now we can actually put to, yeah, I think we can actually put to break-even point. So if the price really reach to a break-even point, then no choice. So I think we can actually just put to break-even point and see how does the market react on this one. So should be not really a problem. Might be hitting our stop loss again. I mean, sorry, the break-even point. But this trade, it should be quite fine now. We can get 40 pips. Risking 40, get 40. Nah, not a good one, I say. But price really shows some weakness, I can say. So, do we want to put our stop loss lower or put break even? I think if the price really go back to the lower sides, I think it's not a really good idea. So let's see. Hmm. Right now, seems like the market conditions is reaching true. So we have been entering a long positions right now and putting to break even point, and we already mentioned that why we have been doing this. I think if the price really hit our entry back, I don't think it's actually a really good sign. So we just put our break even point and see whether or not to go back to the higher sides. Okay, another standpoint as we mentioned why we have been doing long positions. Using bookmap, you can see that this is the major supporting level. Okay, so if the price really break through on this one, I don't think it's actually a good sign. So just put break even and see how does it work, because the trading, the most important thing is to how to maintain your risk and go through on the long run. I think this is the most important factor. Okay, not just a one shot one kill. You need to know when to pull the trigger, when put your PE, and stands for it. Okay, so bookmap is actually a much more a good tool to see whether or not your entry is okay, and when do you put your break even point, and when to put your stop loss a much more tighter range. But overall, I do expect that the market conditions is wanted to go higher, because you can see that the auction imbalance is actually pushing higher from here. So from here, you can see that it's actually pushing higher. So we are likely to see the market to tackle back to the top sides. Okay, so there's watching bookmap. The few things that you need to be aware of. One is the bubbles, the this auction imbalance, the liquidity auctions balance, and the footprint and the indicator as well. Okay. Let's see, price really tackle back to the top side. So I think it's actually showing good signs because the price is tackled back to the. Okay. So we have been doing long positions. I think we haven't stopped out. So hit our profit point and we have been profit about 600 USD on this one. So this trade is actually quite solid. And yeah, quite solid on this trade. Six. Let me take a photo. Live trades. I think today overall the trading price is actually quite okay from my perspective. So I think that's about it. Overall, it's actually quite fine with it. So roadmap is actually quite useful, but you need to know how to use it, I guess. If you don't really know how to use it, it's actually quite a low advantage on it. Okay, so we have been profit on this one and should be not a really big problem. We gain 60 pips and risking 30 pips, 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. So I think it's actually really good on this one. Okay, so remember everyone, if you do really like our content, please give us a like, subscribe and follow us. And remember, we'll be doing live streaming sessions every single day from Monday to Friday from 8 to 9, giving out much more trading decisions and trading setups. Just now we have been giving out live trading signals. So remember, and I will be keep on giving out on it. So thank you for everyone joining, and I will be see you guys tomorrow. Let's see, I think it should be quite okay. Price is actually showing us really good top sides. But not trading environment. Prop trade.